bucks on Steam, so type in !NMS. Feel free to do that. Click the link and say hello to Steam, I guess. Yeah, No Man's Sky is available on pretty much every platform except, yeah, it's available on PC, Mac, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, Atari, you know, Texas Instruments, TI-82, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, everyone click that link just to click it and, and maybe take a look. I know a lot of you probably already own it. So, yeah, we were doing the new player experience in No Man's Sky, and so we're going to continue with that today. And again, we are waiting for an update from Sean Murray. Anytime Sean Murray posts, you know, just a cryptic single emoji or multiple emoji posts on Twitter, we know that a new update is coming. Is it going to be an expedition? Is it going to be an expansion? Are they doing Twitch drops again? We won't know until potentially maybe tomorrow. Usually they will post the updates on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Sometimes Fridays, but it's usually Wednesday or Thursday. So it could be as early as tomorrow. We might have some new content for No Man's Sky, maybe. Or maybe they'll surprise us and shock us with an update about Light No Fire instead. Question, should I wait and start No Man's Sky after the big thing coming or before? No, I think you'll be okay, Buddha, because the new player experience is going to be the same. So when they add expansions, it's usually they're adding content that, I don't want to say it's specifically for people who've already played the game, but it's usually additions to content that they've already established. It could be new, some new extra story chain or story mission to go through, or updating certain systems that haven't been updated in a while. Sometimes they'll have what are called expeditions, which is kind of like a preset adventure to go on that can be played by new players and veteran players alike. So no, you could start playing today and be totally fine, because whatever new content is coming, you'll probably have to play through the intro, the tutorial of the game, before you can get to the new content anyways. Oh, never played. Yeah, exactly. And 24 bucks for this game is an absolute steal. Hold on, let me see if I can bring this up. Let's see. Oh, well, anyways, let's see. PS4 Steam. Yeah, I think it's 24, 25. Yeah, it's $23.99, so 24 bucks. That is a steal for this game. I mean, I've logged, I think I'm getting up to almost 900 hours in this game, so there's definitely a lot of opportunity there. And usually about 2 to 3 times a year, they'll do Twitch drops, so you can get free multi-tools, free spaceships, sometimes free pets and some other add-ons and goodies and things. And they might do that this weekend. They haven't done Twitch drops in a while. Last emoji was for Beacon. Maybe this one is Arrival. Yeah, so that's the thing, was whenever Sean, who's the head honcho over at Hello Games, he does this. He just posts a single emoji, and you can see it had 13,000 likes, because anytime he does this, the community knows that new content is coming for No Man's Sky. They did have one expedition and one update that was kind of like a revamp of the tutorial system for new players, and they did that, I think, not long after having a free play weekend. But yeah, like I said, for 24 bucks, man, it's a crazy good space game. All sorts of stuff. It's kind of cartoony. I know some people like more of like the sim type space games, you know, like Elite Dangerous or X4 or what have you, sort of. But this is very much a it's, you know, you could be 8 years old or 80 years old and still enjoy this game. I've had the game for a long time, just never cracked it open. Really? Yeah, man. Yeah, I was. That's what I'm kind of doing. Hello Games asked me to kind of play through the new player experience to show people what that's like. I started yesterday and just got a couple hours in, and then yeah, I'll continue on. So I have the benefit of having played the game a lot. But it's what's fun is I'm trying to remember some of the really entry level things, and I was struggling to remember some of those things. So it's kind of fun for me as well. But, all right, let's do this. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into No Man's Sky and see what kind of trouble I can get myself into and then hopefully out of. This game has a great soundtrack. It's very easy to pick up and play. The thing that some people complain about is that there's just so much to learn, because the game has been out for 9 years now, and they've had something like 40 updates for the game. And they don't do any paid DLCs. All of the updates are free updates. So whether they're adding story content, expedition content, or simply just sprucing up new systems or new mission types, it's all free. They do not charge for content updates for this game. I had it on my wish list, and it was on sale once for like $7 or $5, so I snagged it up. Yeah, I mean, this game goes on sale, admittedly pretty regularly, because it is a 9-year-old game. And yeah, I think at one point I saw it, right, it was like less than $20. This is a sandbox game. Yeah, you kind of make your own adventure. There's building, crafting, all sorts of stuff in it. You can make your base you can have, how many bases can you have? Is it 20 bases or 10? And yeah, you know, there's multiple galaxies in the game. The overall goal of No Man's Sky is to play through the journey of the game and get to the center of the universe. And what you'll find there, well, that's a secret. Yeah, that you'll have to play the game if you want to know what secrets are waiting for you. Yes, I have played X4. I didn't play any of the previous X games, but I did play X4. I think I don't know, streamed like a week's worth of gameplay. They had a DLC where it was like you would go to various instances in time, and I played through that and it was pretty fun. Is it any good? It's got a bit of a, I don't want to say super steep learning curve, but it does help to like go over all the controls and things first. And I believe X4 is a single player only game, whereas this is a multiplayer game. Yeah. The center of the universe is hot, busty babes. Yeah, so you have to make your way to the center. There's a whole storyline. There's this game's story is done. A lot of it's metaphorical or it's intentionally vague. So you kind of have to come up with your own ideas as to what's going on. It's like, you know, who are you? What are you doing there? Why is this happening? And all sorts of stuff. But yeah, there's actually like the gosh, what's his name? Algernon. Famous Amos Cookies. What's that guy's name? I think it starts with an A. Albert. I'm trying to remember the quest chain. You know, the guy, the guy you have to track him down. Yeah, the Al Gore mission chain. That's actually pretty good. The ending of that mission chain in this game, it's decent. Slappy, Slip, Swanson, Swammy, Samsonite. Yeah, so Swanson, right. Oh yeah, the Artemis, thank you. Yeah, the Artemis quest chain in this game, once you get to the end of it, you're like, damn. Because it has to do with the concept of reality in its own right. So, yeah, but again, type in !No Man's Sky if you would like to maybe learn more and pick up the game on a platform of your choice. Oh yeah, I gotta load, let's see. I have to rename. Let's see. How do I enable auto upload? Upload is required. Yep, that's fine. So my primary playthrough in this game has 475 hours on it. I've done a lot of other expedition playthroughs or otherwise. Manage cross saves. There's supposed to be a way you can name your saves. Yeah, like for instance, I named my save here. I don't remember how to do that. Patch notes. There's got to be a way to rename that save. Just trying to remember how to do it. Just got a blue sky notification. Seems another tsunami is about to hit Ubisoft. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot has been formally subpoenaed to appear in court in France, as confirmed by multiple sources reporting on developments in the ongoing harassment case against former executives. Interesting. Okay, so when we left off yesterday, I landed on a low-gravity, airless moon. I think that's what this is, and it kind of makes you feel like you're actually, you know, like Buzz Armstrong and Lance Armstrong, all the Armstrongs. So yeah, we are simply just doing some of the starter content. I now have my ship. I have no upgrades. I've got photon cannons. I still remember the days when you couldn't move technology. You remember that when technology couldn't be moved or it couldn't be stored, I should say. So I'm getting the combat music as if I'm in combat, but okay. So let's do this. While I'm on this moon, here we go. I'm just gonna put the refiner here. So I gotta make some chromatic metal with the copper that I refined yesterday.
Technology recharge.
And if I'm going too fast, feel free to say, hey, can you slow down? I'm new to the game. I'd kind of like to learn what you're doing. Please let me know, because yeah, I've done this a million times, so I have to, again, Hello Games, the reason why we're doing this for Hello Games is they're like, hey, can you explain to people what the new player experience is like and show people how you can play this game starting from the very beginning. So,
what a noob.
Yeah, but in this game, you're going to make a lot of chromatic metal. Lots of it. On my main playthrough, I've got probably like 20,000 chromatic metal. So now I'm struggling to have even 100, but that's okay. It's the new player experience. You can buy ships. You can sell ships. You can get big freighters. You can get giant pirate dreadnoughts. There is a Star Wars-like boss fight, like a big like dreadnought battleship boss fight, where you literally have to do like almost like the trench run from Star Wars, and take out the pirate dreadnought, which is pretty fun. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. Okay, so I've made chromatic metal. Charge my life support. My life support is waning.
Technology recharge.
Alright, let me pick up my portable refiner. That's used for refining materials. You can also eventually get bigger refiners and also a backpack refiner. So you can, refine, I don't know, turn, what is it, like coal into diamonds in your backpack, sort of. I was about to say, it sounds like somebody's flying around me, and I believe that is Galactic Surfer, who has found me. This game supports 4-player co-op, and in a multiplayer instance, I think it's either 32 or 36 players in an instance. So, but yeah, it's a max party size of 4, which I think is fine. You can do literally anything in this game solo, but then you can also do it with a group. Oh, advanced mining laser, really? I'm so used to having that I'm like, oh yeah, it's been a while since I've not had it. There are different tools. Yeah, you can name your spaceship. Someone named my spaceship. It curves to the left. I'll let subscribers name my stuff. You can name your multi-tool. Someone named it the Little Richard. There's a lot of different types of multi-tools. Lots of different types of spaceships. There's like, I don't know, 7 different classes, 6 or 7 different classes, I want to say. 42 different classes. My math might be a little off there. Okay, it says the base computer claims the site for construction. Find a suitable area and deploy the base computer. Well, what we might do tonight before we do that is we need to go investigate. This is a planet. This is an entire low atmosphere planet. So we need to go to the moon, and then we need to go to this unknown planet. The reason why I want to go there is because I want to see if there's a little bit nicer place. Yeah, because we started on this planet, which has now been renamed Whose House? Animal House. And yeah, we might go check out the moon and then this undiscovered planet, because there might, if I have to make a base on a planet in Neverland, the Neverland Ranch system, then yeah, I'd like to go investigate first. T-Jax says, whoa, Cap, did you start a new save? I did, T-Jax. Yeah, yesterday, today, and tomorrow we're doing some promo for No Man's Sky, who is getting ready to release some new content. So, yeah, they're like, hey, hype up the game and show people the new player experience. So, yeah, so I'm issuing my almost 500-hour main save to start off on my new save, which I only have about 2 hours in right now, so, yeah. Okay, so if we're going to build a base, I'd like to build a base somewhere nicer, I guess. And you can make it, you can set it to where your buddies or people in your party can actually work on a base with you. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, there's emotes and other goodies, all sorts of stuff. This is my favorite type of helmet, by the way. It's my favorite helmet in the game, this one right here. They're selling some plushies right now. Do you mean types? Yeah, class, type, whatever. Yeah, there's shuttle, explorer, hauler, fighter, exotic, living ship, system freighter, capital freighter. There are Little Rory. There is also the solar ships. Let's see, I already said exotics. What else is there? There are bespoke ships that you can only get from doing expeditions normally. What else? Yeah, I feel like we're... Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, the robot ships, the Sentinel ships. So yeah, so there are a bunch of different types. I kind of like I like fighters, and I like the robot ships, and I like haulers. Those are the 3 that I like. My favorite ship though is one of the bespoke unique ships that you got from an expedition. I've not played No Man's Sky all year 2025 to get through my backlog, making progress, but I miss it. Yeah, I mean, you jump in, go do a mission. I mean, if you need to scratch that itch, go to the Anomaly, do a Nexus mission or 2, go to a pirate station, do some pirate missions, and be like, that was fun. Time to get back to Metal Gear Solid Snake Doo-Doo or whatever it's called. All right, let's do this. We're gonna do a little exploring, I think. All right, not enough fuel and launcher. Let's see. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Exosuit. Okay, good. I still have a little bit of launch fuel.
Technology recharge.
Alright, I need to make some metal plating. But I don't have... Ooh, I don't have enough ferrite dust. Yeah, let's do this. Before we take off, yeah, I gotta make sure that my ship always has enough launch fuel so I don't get stranded. I mean, technically you can't get stranded, but you know what I mean. So, alright, here we go. Get some nice dihydrogen crystals. I can use that to turn into dihydrogen jelly. And then make a metal plate, and then that's how we make launch fuel. So they make it where even on the most desolate and awful of planets, you should always be able to find hydrogen, dihydrogen, to make launch fuel. So that way you don't get trapped. The new settlement stuff is interesting. Now you can upgrade the buildings. Yeah, I do have my own settlement. I think you can have 4 or 5 settlements now, whereas previously you could only have 1. But I mean, one, I have to be honest, 1 is good enough for me. I like settlement gameplay, but I don't want to spend all my time doing it. Rusted metal also gives you ferrite dust. Yeah, I just we'd have to find some crates or something. So let's see. Ooh, a whispering egg. Let's go play with that. Whee! Yeah, low gravity planets are always fun. There we go. All right, chat, let's do the following. We are going to... Oh, do I not have a gun? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, wait, bolt caster. Okay, so I've got the... Oh, I need to make 3 carbon nanotubes. So let's do that now. And so now my multi-tool. There we go. Just to make sure that I have some guns, bolt caster. Let's make a little bit of ammo, just to make sure I don't run out of ammo. Damn, I need more ferrite dust. Okay, because if we're about to crack open a whispering egg, we kind of don't want to just do that without having any weaponry. Those who know, know. Alright, here we go. Hold on. Yeah, a bunch of undiscovered country here.
Units received.
Alright, so... Yeah, some of these rocks have carbon and ferrite dust, so that's actually pretty good. Sometimes you'll get, yeah, geodes. You can analyze those, and you get even more ferrite dust. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna make some slam munition, 1,200 rounds. Okay, so let's poke the hornet's nest with this whispering egg. Shit! Run away! Run away! All right, bolt caster me, baby. All right, it's going to first-person mode. Oh, crap. Woo. Yeah, there's creepy crawlies. These are some of the nastier aliens that you'll find in the game. Woo. All right, reload. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! My shields are getting low. Okay, got some rancid flesh. Yeah, I gotta let those shields recharge. Hold on, see if I can hit those guys from here. You don't get anything out of these guys normally, but yeah, sometimes they drop rancid flesh. And of course, again, if you start to get outnumbered, you can always just run back to your ship, and they can't get you inside your ship. Just typical creepy crawlies, yeah. All right, there we go. I was able to kill one more before they skedoodled. All right, so the reason why I wanted to get that whispering egg is because they are worth quite a bit of money. Yeah, you get a whole stack of those, you can make $1 million bucks. Right, because right now I have $1,600, and this is going to give me $69,000. So, yeah, like I said, when you're first starting off, grabbing a little bit of everything is good, because once you get to your first space station, you can sell stuff and make some money.
Units received.
Can I receive your unit?
Human flesh.
Wanted to say, such moons often have these eggs who can be quite valuable in the start, but don't poke them too much. Yeah, those things have definitely killed me before. I remember I was playing the expedition where it was permadeath, and one of them, yeah, one of those little guys got me. Had to start the whole expedition over again. Yeah, Galactic. I don't know if you've been playing more Galactic, but yeah, this place has rocks that have both carbon and ferrite dust in them, so that's actually really nice. Not a lot of carbon, but you know, it's better than no carbon. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and make another starship fuel. Yeah, we got some Mordite. That could be valuable. All right, metal plating. We're gonna make some starship launch fuel. There we go. Can I make 2 of these? Need 1 more metal plating, so let's do that. And here we go. Craft more. All right, there we go. So I've got a couple starship fuels. I need to have what's called the, I think the matter beam or teleport receiver. And what that does is allows you to teleport stuff to your ship from further away. Hey Dave, welcome. Money after a while is secondary since you have so much. Yeah, I have over 1 billion credits on my main save. Yeah, after a while hey, welcome Gatos, welcome Grumbly on the YouTube side. Yeah, the real currency of this game is nanites and quicksilver. Quicksilver is used for getting a lot of decorative items, but also things you can buy like the egg to start the living ship quest. And nanites are where you really buy a lot of important upgrades in the game. So after a while, money becomes inconsequential. Because yeah, once you make your first 1 billion, you can buy literally anything in the game, anything. Even like the best freighter in the game only costs like what, 200 million, 300 million. And even that's a stretch. All right, let's hop in here. Let's go check out the last two places we haven't been to yet. You can also get a launch thruster that recharges over time and to save on launch fuel. One of my ships, it recharges so quickly I never have to use launch fuel. All right, so here we go. We're gonna pulse engine out of here. So sadly, this star system doesn't appear to have a space station. That's probably a... Oh wait, maybe it does. Hold on. Or maybe it does. The ashtray... Is that a space station? If it is, it might be obscured by the planet? Yeah, so there's... Yizpro. Alright, there's the ashtray, there's whose house? Animal house. Okay. And there is unknowns. Let's scan it with the ship scanner. Oh yeah, that's an abandoned planet, so I think that means there won't be any life on it. But let's go... You have to actually physically land on it to get all the information. If you get a freighter with a system scanner, you just have to use the system scanner. It scans the whole star system. Yeah, we're gonna have to... I don't know if we're gonna have to build... We'll probably have to build a base in this star system as part of the, the tutorial, so to speak, but, Yoke says, love 2 minutes of... Oh yeah, hey Yoke, welcome back from the ad break. Yeah, if you love ads, be sure to, continue watching them. If you don't like ads, there's two very simple things you can do to not see ads on this channel. One is to subscribe to the channel, or two, you can get what's called Twitch Turbo, which is basically a subscription to Twitch, which removes all of the ads. Yeah, if you don't like... those are the two official options. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. Dave Langer says, any guesses on tomorrow's update? I don't know, man. Yeah, we were talking about that. Again, usually it's on Wednesdays, right, that they publish those updates. And so I will be streaming No Man's Sky tomorrow. If they do come out with the update tomorrow, I will probably just do the whole stream as a No Man's Sky stream. Meridian Sun asks, hi Captain, have you tried playing this game in VR mode? I haven't. That's it's so dumb too, because I actually have a really nice VR headset. I have 2 VR headsets now. One for PC, one for PlayStation 5 Pro. But yeah, I've never actually played this game in VR. I was talking to Henkin, I was hanging out with Henkin earlier today, and he's like, he only wants to play this game in VR. Because he's like, yeah, once you do VR, you don't want to go back to regular. But, yeah, I have a Vive Pro, which is kind of an older VR headset these days, but it's still really nice. Yeah, my current system would be able to run it no problem. Okay, so these types of planets have never been my favorite. Let's see, go to... Alright, there is that. Yeah, the super hilly ones. Yeah, like these guys. Yeah, because they're kind of a pain in the neck to get around. So we're gonna find a nice flat spot. We're gonna try to land there. Yeah, you can see this giant mountain range. Now, not all of the planet, there's a distinct possibility not all of the planet will look like this, but there's a good chance a lot of it will. Sometimes you run into where just sections of the planet look like this. Looks like there's a lot of stuff here. That could be more copper, could be gold. That blue stuff, I'm not sure what that might be. Alright, so we're gonna land and officially claim this planet. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a landing here. I claim this planet in the name of Twitch chat. Yeah, Neverland Ranch System. This game is also kind of like a screenshot simulator. Yeah, look at that. Thanks for kind of a nice screenshot there. Ooh, we got a beast. Hold on. Voltcaster. Yeah, there are aggressive creatures in this game. You'll have like passive creatures, passive-aggressive creatures. They're like, I guess, you know. So, okay, let's take a look. So this planet is a baked planet. Resources intermittent, fauna abundant, flora is rare, and sentinels infrequent. So, yeah. So it's although the temperature is actually only 74 right now, which is probably like I don't know, low 20s Celsius. What is the new update, new expedition? 18, they haven't announced it yet. That's what we're all wondering. The only people who know are Sean Murray and Hello Games, and maybe, I don't know, select partners. But again, I wish I could tell you I have an insider knowledge because this is a sponsored stream. I don't. They wouldn't tell me. So I was like, I talked to my manager, hey, can you get them to tell you what the new update is, and then so you can tell me, and then I can blather it and get everyone in trouble. But no, they wouldn't tell my management company, and they wouldn't tell me. So, yeah, because they know all it takes is one person to leak everything, right? And now there's people who will go into like game files and stuff, and they'll be like, hey, I think I found the next expansion or update because they pre-added it before they released it to, you know, a build. But I think they stopped doing that because, yeah, they know people, you know, really go through all the files and try to glean any kind of information they can from those builds. Solar ship with Vesper sails are a good investment too. They recharge the launch thruster and give some other boosts. Sail ships are cool. I don't like them for dogfighting. They obscure too much of your view, in my opinion. Yeah, they look cool. They're great for traveling, but yeah, I'm not a fan of them for dogfighting. Well, let's put it this way. It's because I like to dogfight in first person. In third person, it's not so bad, but I like to dogfight in first person. So it's like dogfighting with two hands in front of your face. It's like, okay, I think I see them. You know, you know what I mean? So, okay, well, so we're gonna have to name this planet that we've discovered. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll have to name this. And again, I do let subscribers name planets, you know, ships and all sorts of stuff in my games. So let's see. Okay, so now there's just one unknown moon that we haven't been to, so we have to travel back to Whose House? Animal House, which is, like I said, all the names you see in this game are named by subscribers on the channel. So let's go to the unknown moon and see what it's like. It actually could be a nice biome, but you never know until you look. Most of the time, the update drops on PS5 before HD announces it and drops the trailer. Yeah, I know, right? So the earliest that we're going to find out is tomorrow, possibly Thursday or Friday. In rare cases, he'll start doing that, and then they don't show the update until a week later. So we'll have to see. Well, let's take a look here. Okay, yeah. Remember when you scan, or if you could scan something in this game, scan stuff because you get free money. Yeah, it's basically it's like printing money. And eventually you can upgrade your scanners and you can make like hundreds of thousands of credits just by scanning things. I mean, you do a whole planet worth of scanning, you'll make millions, potentially. You can track planets now in system now for Pulse Drive. Yeah, Zero G. That was one of the more recent updates, which is kind of nice. Let's drop this down about 20. All right, there we go. All right, let's do this. All right, let's do. Hold on. Yeah, discoveries. Mark planets. Let's see. Can I do that? All right, there we go. I got it marked. So let's take off. Going. Is this your first playthrough? Yes, as of yesterday. Let's see, like I said, I like playing this game in first person. You know, it's kind of immersive. Unfortunately, it doesn't show your body in your cockpit. It would be nice if they would change that, but yeah, I kind of like it. Exploration ships and fighters have very open cockpits, whereas like shuttles and other ships, they're a little more claustrophobic. Yeah, hello. Alright, so, let's see if we can find our intended location. Alright, yeah, marked moon. Let's head over there. Alright, 3, 2, 1, activate. So, normally you would see what are called pulse lines. I removed the pulse lines. Ooh, do we have a little bug here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. What is this? What bug is this? I've never seen this before. What the heck? What? Oh gosh, it's like somebody spilled ink all over my monitor. Yeah, I ran into dark matter, right? What the heck happened here? What in the heck? All right, Galactic. I'm sorry, it's gonna break the party, but yeah, let me go back to the main. Quit back to mode select. I've in 9 years, I've never seen that specific bug before. Interesting. Yeah, Black Hole Sun, won't you come and take away my game? Black Hole Sun, won't you come and break my game? Yeah, so, alright, here we go. Neverland Ranch System. I'd go for a turkey bacon ranch sandwich right about now. You remove the pulse lines and a whole lot more. I only run 2 mods. One is a visual mod that, yeah, removes pulse lines. Oh no, what's going on? Hold on. Oh no, yeah, I just, you know, it's funny, I verified my file integrity, but I do have a visual mod that is supposed to remove, hold on, let's try something. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to restart the whole game. Alright, let's do this. You can log out while you're in space, that's fine, but yeah, if my mod is causing problems, I might have to take it out. But that's weird, I didn't have problems. Previously. Okay, let's do this. So yeah, it could be my mod causing the trouble. Alright, let's go ahead and log out fully. Your local save is newer. Yes, uploading my save. They have cross saves now. You can move your save from PC to Xbox to PlayStation and to, you know, calculator back to PC if you want. So yeah. Secret patch push not compatible with your mods. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, space, the ultimate blackness, right? When the eventual, you know, heat death of the universe in 42 billion years, you know, that's all there'll ever be. It's just blackness. All right. Every now and then, No Man's Sky gets bugged. I've never seen that. I've seen a lot of, well, this is a sponsored stream, so I've never seen any bugs whatsoever in No Man's Sky in the last 9 years. That's my first one, and it's likely my fault, nothing to do with this game. All right, let's see here. All right, let me jump back into No Man's Sky. Yeah, shelling, activate. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Appreciate that. A lot of people do come back to the channel when, you know, when I'm playing some No Man's Sky, or more prolifically when I'm streaming No Man's Sky when Twitch drops are a thing, because they usually give away free ships and other fun goodies for No Man's Sky. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Let's see. All right, load the save. Now, if push comes to shove, I could just start a new save and try to just fast forward, but I'd like to continue this new save if I can. Oh, baby. Oh, man. I dreamed last night that I didn't... It's not that I had a pet squirrel. Ah, there we go. That fixed it. Yeah, probably just
This is the way.
Visual drivers or whatever. Probably got a little funky. When are they going to let you demo Light No Fire? I have some pretty big news to share about that. Okay, so for all of you who have been wondering what's going on with Light No Fire, they told me I'll be able to stream it on, and then later I'll get to, but then I have to uninstall it and then. Okay, so that's hopefully you all got all that, and hopefully Sean doesn't mind. You know, that's big news. But, yes, I probably shouldn't say anything else about that. That's the very, very classified information. Let's see. Wait, am I not moving? Hold on. I can't tell if I'm moving or not. Oh, yeah, it looks like I'm not moving.
Check it out.
Uh-oh, what's going on here?
I am the ultimate badass.
Yeah, and then we never heard from Captain Richard again. Yes. Hold on, let's go.
No buts have ever occurred in No Man's Sky in the past. Ever. We swear. Signed, the tobacco industry.
Yeah. Alright, I think we'd have to disable my mod because for some reason, yeah, it's like I said, it's starting to have some technical difficulties here. Which is a shame too, because the only visual mod I install is one that gets rid of the pulse lines, and the reason why I get rid of the pulse lines is because they make streams really, really pixelated. So anytime I fast travel, so to speak, the stream gets very, very pixelated. So, all right, so I might have to disable that mod for now. Now, see, if I had my freighter, I would just go to my freighter, and then we'd just go to a planetary surface, and that would also probably fix it. So, all right, well, give me just a moment. Give me just a moment. I gotta. What's weird too is the menu system is totally fine. And I don't think there's an unstuck button in this game. All right, hold on. Let's try this. Let's go to options. Reload autosave, reload restore point. Let's try my restore point. Oh yeah, rename current save. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Butts in space. There, that's the name of this save. All right, let's try reloading my restore point. Let's see if we get the same bug. If it happens again, I will just go ahead and remove my mods. I only have two. One is for visual, gets rid of the pulse lines. And two is a hover mod. And the reason why I have to install a hover mod. Hey, look, it's if you were playing No Man's Sky on Atari or something. Okay, yeah, I've got to, hold on, let's see. Okay, hop inside my ship. And nothing but beige. Turn off multiplayer. Actually, the thing is, I think I already have multiplayer turned off. Network, yeah, multiplayer is disabled. But it says, but people, I guess if they're on my friends list, they can join me. But I technically already have it disabled for that reason. Yeah, it's probably my mod. All right, let me do this. Let me go ahead and quit to desktop. Okay, let's see. Now the question is, do I remember how to get to the mod folder? All right, yeah, like I said, so one thing I didn't show on boot up is they actually do have a warning screen on No Man's Sky. Even though it's a very mod-friendly game, if they detect any mods, they do warn you that you know, your play experience is likely, or I don't want to say likely, can possibly go awry. That's why they warn you about using mods. But otherwise, it's a mod-friendly game, which is nice. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's see. Where's Steam at? Let's see, program files. Or do I have this installed on my main drive? x86, Steam apps, common, No Man's Sky, game data. Here we go, mods. Yeah, I've got my hover mod and my no speed lines mod, which is a graphic mod. So let me go ahead and put that in a. I'll put this. So if you want to see this, I'm just going to make a. Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to create a new folder, and we're going to call it the mod timeout folder because it's being a little naughty. So from here, we're going to go into my mods. Let's just take both of them just to be on the safe side. We'll cut those. We're going to put them in the mods timeout folder. So hopefully the game won't see those since it's not in the actual mod folder. So, all right, well, yeah, let's go ahead and try this again. Modding this game is really super easy. There are tons and tons of mods on Nexus Mods, and yeah, I just use the two. Just the pulse lines is to make sure the stream looks okay. The hover mod is because that is quite literally just a point of contention with me with the game. The reason is not every spaceship has a hover mode. They make it where the slowest you can go on flying on planets is 20, I think 20 meters, 20 tweets per second, 20 meters per second, and this game takes place in the year 400 billion, right? So it to me, it's a bit strange that you have all these spaceships that can traverse entire galaxies or star systems, galaxies, whatever, but they can't come to a complete stop over land. But this is the year 2025, and we've had that technology in real time, real space, whatever, for about 75 years now. My own father was a helicopter pilot for the military. He flew a number of vehicles that can, come to a complete stop and hover. We have F-35Bs, as a Lightning II-B or something like that. It's a jet that can stop in midair. I've actually seen this with my own eyeballs because I worked at a naval air station. So you'd see, F-35s flying around there, just and they would land. They would take off vertically and keep going. It blew my mind the first time I saw that because it looks like a plane, and then it just kind of came to a stop and then lowered itself. I was like, that's bonkers. But because of that, only specific ships can hover in this game. It's a very limited amount or limited types, and like I said, I just kind of fundamentally don't agree with that as a design point, which I don't know if I should say during a sponsored segment, but yeah, it's to me, it's patently ridiculous in the year 400 billion or whatever that you have vehicles that can travel 8,000 light years in one jump but can't come to a complete stop on a planetary surface. And I know why they do that. They do that to make it where it's difficult to do certain things, to like say attack robot sentinels or all sorts of stuff like that. But there are a couple vehicles that can actually hover in the game, just most of them can't. Yeah, the Harrier jets, other types of planes, not just helicopters, but planes. So I use a mod, it's just called Auto Hover Mod, that allows any ship in the game to hover. To me, I don't know, like I said, I'm biased because I quite literally had a helicopter pilot as a father. So, it's a little biased in that regard. I would make an argument in favor of the very low hovering ship count, but spoilers, oh, you mean something like lore related? I don't know. It's Ospreys. I worked in a military base where I quite literally had Ospreys landing right behind my office because I worked primarily for the military for many years. And so I had firsthand experience working with vehicles that can come into, save conflict. What happened here? Conflict detected. Your local save conflicts with the most recently uploaded version. Okay, uploaded. Let's go with the total plate. Yeah, let's keep uploaded save. Okay. We're gonna load the save. All right, hopefully the mods won't load this time. So yeah, Ospreys are loud. I actually got to go in an Osprey. Again, I haven't worked for the military for a number of years now, so please don't try to kidnap me thinking you're gonna get access to any kind of military installations. But I did work for the military, including an airbase where I got to see quite a few different military vehicles and got to check out. I got to sit in an F-35 cockpit. I got to what was it? I got to I got to check out, Ospreys and things like that, drones, all sorts of stuff. But I don't have access to any of that stuff anymore, so please don't kill me. So, can we kidnap you for sexual favors? Yes. Planes, no, but sexual favors, yes. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's try this, and there we go. Okay, so now it's working. So yeah, the visual bug was being caused by my mod. I probably just need to, if anything, I haven't updated my mods in quite some time. Oh no, maybe it's not the mod. Oh no, it broke again. Hold on, let's come to a complete stop. Oh wow, maybe it's not my mod. Uh-oh. Hey, welcome. Mods? I didn't know there were mods. Yeah, go to nexusmods.com. But so this is peculiar. Okay, so maybe it's not my mods causing it. Could be a DLSS bug introduced with the latest driver update. I have a random visual bug in Sengoku Dynasty. I don't have the latest driver. I think I'm one driver version behind. So yeah, exactly, Billy. So maybe it wasn't my mod. Because I was about to say, I've had those mods installed for a while now, since the last major expansion. They haven't caused any problems. So, something. Let's do this. We are going to log out again. And let me try verifying my install files, just to make sure. Because, yeah, like I said, that's a bug I've never seen before. But you're right, it could be a driver issue. I'm not sure if I've played No Man's Sky since I did update my video driver. Could be the system you're in. I don't know. Yeah, it's very strange. That's not a bug I've seen before. So let's do this. All right, we're gonna go to Steam. I'm just gonna verify file integrity, make sure that it's nothing busted on the install. All right, so yeah, if you guys want to see what this is like, all right, so we're going to right-click on No Man's Sky. We're going to go we're going to pick properties. We'll go to installed files, and we're going to verify integrity of game files. So if you ever run into any issues, strange things, one of the first things you could do for troubleshooting before saying it's like I'm just going to uninstall and reinstall, try doing a file integrity check first to see if maybe there's something wrong there. Yeah, Zunder, it's weird. Yeah, we didn't have any problems yesterday, but running into a little bit of an unfortunate occurrence today. May try a different save. Yeah, I mean, if I have to, I'll jump back onto my main save. But again, the whole concept here is I was supposed to be doing a fresh run, you know, a new run, to show people what a new run is like, especially for people who haven't played the game before, like Buddha. You know, show them what they can do in a very short amount of time. All right. So we'll just let that finish. We'll check to see if there's anything wrong. I mean, if I have to, I can uninstall and reinstall the game. I'm on fiber, so I've actually done that before. This game is only 22 gigs, so not super large. Not like certain Call of Duty's where it's like 200 plus gigabytes now. Which okay, so yeah, so it says here all 476 files successfully validated. So let's try this. Yeah, let me try loading one of my other saves, and then I'll go back to that save. And if push comes to shove, yeah, I might just have to start a new save. I'll delete that one and start a new one. Hopefully it won't bug out. It's weird. And again, just jokes aside, I have had a few bugs in this game, but nothing that's been super game-breaking. And honestly, not a whole lot of them, so that's good. I'd try reinstarting the gaming PC before reinstalling the game. Yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe the previous game was is causing some kind of driver issue. Welcome to the No Man's Sky Troubleshooting Hour with your host, this guy. Let's see. Oh, really? I still haven't played that. Little worry if it's the game I think you're thinking about or talking about. I have it, I think, and I've never played it. I still have yet to play it. Okay, so yeah, I can confirm that my mods aren't loading because I didn't get the mod warning. Let's go ahead and try loading up one of my other saves first. While you're doing that, I am going to stand up and turn my ceiling fan on and stretch a little bit. Oh, here we go. Oh, ouch. Scrummy dum dum, dum. Okay, here we go. Yeah, sorry, I just want to turn my ceiling fan on. Alright, so double rainbows. It's a double rainbow. Yeah, so this is my main save. Everything seems to be loading okay here. Shmya. Yeah, this is my settlement. There are many like it, but this one's mine. Yeah, it's now with settlement gameplay, you can upgrade all your buildings. So all my buildings are B class. I think one of my buildings is A class, and my office is S class. But yeah, settlement gameplay. It's kind of like you get to start your own frontier town, and yeah, build a bunch of buildings and all other sorts of goodies. But you're not in space. Yep, you're absolutely right about that. So I'm going to grab a ship and then take off. Eh? Whoop. Yeah, this is this planet is called Space Hawaii. This is our community planet. Yeah, so we've got Captain Richard, a community system, and then our community planet is Space Hawaii. We've got Redacted, Vile Dude, and Shibari. Because again, I let people name all my planets and stuff. But this is one of the best planets you could ever find in the game. Period. It was not easy to a player named PKA, who's one of our friends here on the channel. They said that I think they visited over 200 star systems trying to find what I dubbed as the perfect paradise planet, and by gum, he succeeded. So, oh yeah, there's PK in chat right now. Yeah, so yeah, it is a very nice planet. It's blissful weather, no bad weather. It says Sentinel's remote, but they're just not there. They only show up for like special occasions. And then flora high, fauna rich, and again, it's an Earth-like. You've got green grass, blue sky, white clouds, blue ocean, you know, brown dirt. There are, you know, of course, alien creatures, but none of them are really super aggressive. It's a very, very nice planet. The only downside is it's a little on the cool side. It's under 60 degrees, so it's good like sweatshirt weather. Yeah, or, you know, good for hanging out. But yeah, it's very nice. Think of like Central Europe in the summer, kind of cool. So, portoglyphs. Kajimus, type in !NMS code. That'll give you the coordinates for this star system. Or this planet, I guess you could say. So yeah, the sunsets here are very beautiful. It's a very nice place. Eventually the coordinates for this place got posted on a couple sites like No Man's Sky Coordinate Exchange, this intergalactic road trip website. I forget what that's called. I think it's called like Intergalactic Tours or something. Yeah, so a lot of people started coming to this planet. See, even like this guy. All right, let's do this. Yeah, let me go jump into outer space and see if we still get the same visual bug. Technically, this is my base on this save. This is it. I just have three rooms next to my settlement. This is literally the entirety of my base. And I didn't even build it. I built like one room, then other people built other rooms. One of the NPCs in here has a very, very unfortunate name. So, yeah, there's Analyst Entity Inushinimi, and here is Resource Analyst Cum. Yeah, that's a very unfortunate name for a resource analyst as far as RNG is considered, because it's all RNG names. He's like, I don't know why everyone makes fun of me. It's like it's just my name. Go figure. I'm glad none of the game updates changed his name. Yeah, come over here. Right. So that made me laugh for I think about a good 5 minutes when I saw that for the first time. He did a lot of research in his bunk. That's correct. All right, let's go ahead and jump over here. Yeah, so it's 66 degrees on the planet right now. Kind of cool weather. But yeah, ooh, baby. Yeah, here's my dreadnought, parked upside down. At least I think it's parked upside down. He's always searching within. Yes. Always playing pocket pool. What an unfortunate name for a video game. 5 minutes? Come on, if you giggled for less than 30 minutes, I'd be shocked. I don't know, just talking about it again, it's making me laugh. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can, yeah, see all these lines here? The mod, all the mod does that I have is just gets rid of those pulse lines. Okay, let's just kind of zippity-doo-dah in a random direction. Alright, welcome to Super Nintendo mode for the stream. Alright, so looks like we're good there. Take a look at some of the other planets. Alright, we are going to go... Yeah, let's just head over to the space station. Yeah, like I said, so the pulse lines, yeah, my stream is probably super pixelated right now. I can kind of clear that up by doing this, but yeah, so that mod I install, all it does is just gets rid of those pulse lines so it doesn't look super pixelated. I know it's not that bad, but like I said, that's why I modded it out, but I guess it's not my mod causing the issue. Oh my god, it's full of stars. Yog, I don't doubt it, man, I don't doubt it. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go to the space station. I'm going to land on the space station. If it seems to be fine, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out of this save, and I'll log into the other save. And if it's still having problems, then yeah, I don't know if it's a corrupted save or something. I'll try rebooting one more time as well. He's gone plaid. I think, if I remember correctly, I think the inside of the space station is like pink or something. By the way, if you didn't know this, you can hold Alt on your keyboard, and that's how you can free look inside your cockpit. Kind of comes in handy for dogfighting sometimes. But if you're playing in VR, it's always free look. You know, you're basically you are your character when you're playing in VR. Well, I more so if that makes sense. There we down here. Oh, yeah, it's nice and pink on the inside. Yeah, go very deep inside. It's like, ooh, it's nice and pink. All right, yeah, like I said, hopefully my save didn't get corrupted, but everything seems good here. So this ship right here, this is probably my favorite ship in the game. This was an expedition. They called it the Utopia Speeder. This was an expedition reward. No other ship in the game looks like this. Yeah, it kind of looks like a cross between like a Viper from Battlestar Galactica. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Q&E. Yeah, so yeah, it kind of looks like something, kind of like a hybrid of maybe like a Star Wars snow speeder, maybe like the ship from Super R-Type. You know, it's got like the X-Wing style, you know, like tube engines. Yeah, this is probably my favorite ship in the game. Yeah, in my top 3. Yeah, I mean, there's some pretty cool ships. I really like my, hold on, let's see if I can do this here. Alright, summon vehicles, switch dock ship. Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of different ships. I've got the Golden Vector from the first expedition, but one of the other ships that I really like is my, let's see, there we go. This was the Collector's Edition ship, or I guess whatever it's called. Kind of like what you got from, I think or maybe it was not the Explorer's Edition. I can't remember. It might have been just the pre-order ship, but yeah, this one, I kind of like this one as well. Let's see. Let's do this. Go into camera mode. Yeah, this guy right here. Yeah, see, look at this. This is like classic No Man's Sky design right here. Yeah, I think the PlayStation version was blue, and it had the engines on the inside of the wings as opposed to on the tips. So yeah, classic, you know, classic X-Wing, classic No Man's Sky fighter, and it almost has like a almost X-Wing-ish kind of front fuselage. Yeah, the Iron Vulture. I think I have one of those. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, this one was named by someone as the Disney Don't Sue Me. So yeah, a little bit of legally distinct ship from Mandalorian. What was this called? I think it was called, oh yeah, Iron Vulture. Yeah, so yeah, there was definitely, I mean, it's really, really obvious they were inspired by the ship from the Mandalorian, but yeah, it's technically a hauler, I think. I like it. Yeah, it's a good looking ship. This one, they offered this one, I think, twice? Or I think they give people 2 opportunities to get it. Alright, no, but the other one I was gonna say is probably my other favorite ship is oh yeah, this guy is also cool. This one is also the legally distinct Millennium Falcon. Yeah, they try to make it kind of look like a UFO, but also kind of, you know, aluminum Falcon-ish. You see that? Yeah. What franchise do you think that came out of? The cockpit's in the middle, not off to the side. If they'd put the cockpit on the side, they probably would have gotten some phone calls from Disney. So yeah, they've got some very, very cool ships. I'm pretty sure I've kept all of the bespoke ships in the game. But yeah, the underside is it's kind of cool. It looks like a flying saucer. Yeah, the engines, when they turn on, it makes everything glow and spin around. It's very, very cool. I wanted your... Oh, I watched your Eve stream. Will you play that again, or was that a one-time thing? No, I want to play. I actually want to play some more. In fact, earlier today, I asked people, it's like, hey, should we keep playing, you know, the other space game, Eve Frontier, or, you know, Gears of War today? And I was like, gosh. And it was a 50-50 split. It was literally a 50-50 split, but ultimately we ended up checking out the release of Gears of War Reloaded today. Richard, don't forget you're supposed to be showing the new game experience. I know. I'm just, you know, I'm kind of proud of my ship collection here, doing a little ship show and tell. All right, I'll just show you one more. Like I keep saying, it's like, this is my favorite ship. No, this is my favorite ship. All right, hold on. Where is that bad boy? Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one, which was named the USS Winds of Uranus. Thank you, subscribers. Always the best names with these folks. Yeah, this is probably my second favorite, because I really like the design. It's a Sentinel ship. It's technically a Sentinel ship, meaning you know, it's kind of like the things you fight when you upset the Sentinels. But yeah, it's kind of cool. It's a transformer. All the Sentinel ships are transformer ships, where they kind of shift into like combat flight mode, which is kind of cool. But yeah, the other Utopia Speeder, this one, and then, you know, all the other ships are tied for third. But yeah, there are definitely some cool ships that you can get in this game. Horizon Omega Starship. Yeah, I think there was 2 pre-order ships. I think one for PlayStation, one for PC, and then they created another one for Switch, which is the starter ship, but it was done in the Nintendo Switch colors. You know, like the gray, red, and blue, I believe. So, yeah, some of the Sentinel ships, so Sentinels, previously, they just used to be triangles, you know, remember, all the Sentinels, they were all the same, they were just those flying wedges in space, and then they had an update, I forget the name of the update, where they introduced, almost like an infinite variety of Sentinel ships, so they don't all look the same, and they gave us the ability to actually have them, like, take them, find them, keep them, what have you, and so, yeah, so this is an S tier, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, S tier Sentinel. It's worth 73 million credits, but this one is never leaving my collection because they have this style, but I also kind of like orange and black as a color scheme. So finding one in this color scheme, in S class was very, very awesome. I had a little help. Somebody was like, "Hey, Cap, is this the style you're looking for?" I was like, "Yes, that's it." So I went to go get it. The autophage update. I forget what that one was called. But all right, let's do this. Yeah, like somebody mentioned, we are supposed to be jumping back into the new player experience. So let's go back to mode select. And if I still have the same problem, I'm gonna try fully rebooting. And if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna nix that save and we'll just start a new one. So anyone who still hasn't seen the new player experience gets to see it again today, or for the first time today. All right, here we go. We're gonna I'm gonna save my load here. Load my save. Whoops, little Freudian slip there. Also, you can hover in them, which makes them nice. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. The only two mods I have installed. Oh, hey, Chad, I think that might have fixed it. Let's see. So, all right, cool. Hey, crisis averted. So yeah, the Nintendo Switch pre-order ship was this same ship, but it was done in Nintendo Switch colors. So that's also, I kind of covet that one. If I can add a ship to my collection, I'd like to add that one. There's also a PlayStation pre-order ship. I'd like to have that one, but you can only have, I think, what is it, 16 ships, 18 ships in your collection, and I think my collection's full at the moment. The Echoes update. Okay. All right. So. Ooh, let's do this. Oh. Okay. Actually, let's do this. We are going to start. Yog, I think they updated it. God, what was it? They updated it where you can now keep ships on your freighter, and I'm trying to remember the max number of ships. I think it's more than 12. I was gonna say it's either 16. 18? Oh, maybe it is 12. I don't know. They just had, when we first started playing the game, I think it was what, 6, and then they gave us 9, and then they gave us 12, and then one of the last big updates, they gave us the ability to finally store unused ships, like, you know, ship collection ships on your freighter. Let's see. Kajima says you can keep 18 on your store and 12 in your active ships. Yeah, so you can have a lot of ships now. They finally heard all the pleas and cries of us ship collectors and said, it's like, we need more. We're having to melt ships and it hurts. It hurts, you know? So they finally gave us a lot more room to store ships in our collection, which is very nice. Well, let's hop in and see if I can travel. Could have been maybe something wrong with the save. Until I actually loaded up a different save. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna head back to the moon. All right, let's hope the fingers crossed this works. I don't want to wipe this save. I mean, I've only got about 2 hours on it. I could start a new one. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Is this going to work? Ah, looks like it's working now. So yeah, like I said, sorry it's super pixelated. That's why I have a mod to get rid of the pulse lines. I mean, I think it looks cool when I'm just playing by myself, but you know, for the stream purposes, it's like it adds a pixelated schmear to the stream. So I have to do this to get it to tone that down. New expedition soon, seems overdue. Yeah, well, again, so we ran a poll yesterday to ask what people think is the next update's going to be. The popular choice was expedition and expansion. So yeah, Sean Murray giving us a little tease as he likes to do. Look at that. Yeah, the first time we posted it, people posted 839 comments, probably like begging, just let us know, tell us, let us know what it is. So, I like trying to guess what the update is going to be based off the emote. This time it's a waving hand. Yeah, we were talking about... Oh, before I crash land into something. Okay, yeah, so I'm actually still making progress. Yeah, let me land on this moon first. Yeah, oh yeah, it was the Interceptor update. I think that's, yeah, I think you're right about that. Didn't they add the Pulse Lines option in the game recently? No, this has been here for almost the entirety of the game. They've updated the look of it over time, but yeah, they this has been in the game for a very long time. I'm silly. That's more or less. Is the wave meaning the final update? Yeah, that's what we were joking about yesterday. Is this going to be the final No Man's Sky update before they switch full-time to Light No Fire? But wait, yeah, you guys want to see something else? Here, everyone get your tinfoil hats on. Let's pull this up right here. Let's see. Okay. Yes. So somebody also did this. So you see, this is actual Twitter. This is Twitter right now. So somebody noticed that based on probably based on which browser you're using, it might have showed up that the hand is underneath the red ball. This red ball is of course the Atlas, which is the No Man's Sky logo, I guess you could say. Someone saw this, the hand underneath the red ball. You know where else people saw that? In the Light No Fire logo. So yeah, where it's a hand underneath a red ball, you know, kind of like this. So that could be just sheer coincidence. You know, that's obviously the meme. It's Always Sunny meme. But yeah, that's like I said, that's tinfoil hat time, right? It's like, well, wait a minute. That's literally the Light No Fire logo with, you know, the hand underneath the red ball. And so Sean posted on Twitter a hand underneath a red ball. So, yeah, get your gears turning there. Is it just a coincidence? Is it, you know, a sign of things to come? As a bid lawyer, I agree with it. Oh, bird lawyer. Yeah, bird. Yeah, exactly. Armchair lawyer. So yeah, gotta get your. Okay. So actually, yeah, why don't we do this? Just to keep things a little festive here, we are going to do a poll. Well, let's do a poll. We're gonna. The question is for the poll is when do you think Light No Fire is coming out? And we will say, let's give the options this year for the ambitious folks in chat. Next year. Actually, let's do this in parentheses. This year, 2025. Next year, 2026. Let's see. We'll say next year, 2027. God, it sounds weird saying 2027 out loud. Or we'll go with option 4, not soon. Okay, we're just gonna run this for like 2 minutes, I suppose, so feel free to do that. All right, there is that. Okay, and since we're doing a poll about Light No Fire, why don't we do this? Why don't we watch the? Let's watch the Light No Fire trailer. Give us just a sec. I know this is about No Man's Sky segment here, but any excuse that I have to play that trailer, I will. Let's see. All right, here we go. Where is this? All right, here is this. Okay, so if you haven't seen this before, feel free to enter, choose your option in the poll. If you don't see the poll, it's at the top of Twitch chat. If you don't see it in the top of Twitch chat or on your mobile browser, just refresh the browser or restart the program, what have you. Why can't I do polls? Do back, like I said, if it's not showing up in chat, try refreshing. Was downstairs option 4. Well, speaking of games that'll never release. So, all right, here we go. Let's do this right now. Here's your trailer for Light No Fire, a game that's hopefully coming soon. TM. So you see what I mean about the hand underneath the red ball? Yeah, like I said, some people are getting their hopes up that maybe the announcement will actually be about Light No Fire as opposed to No Man's Sky, but it's likely going to be about No Man's Sky. Also, a lot of you in chat, well, most of you in chat think next year. I think next year was the winning option in our poll. A lot of people think next year is going to be the year for Light No Fire. Let's hope so. Let's see, what's August? It's almost September, so September, October, November, December. So we got 4 months left in this year, plus 12, so 16 months, maybe next December? Or, I'm sorry, the following December, what have you? Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, we're coming into this moon, undiscovered moon. I do need to make a base. So let's see, this place is looking pretty barren, to be honest. If it sucks, we'll just go build a base on the on our starting planet. Come on, baby, light my No Man's Fire. What's it? Yes. All right. Planet Huseter entering atmosphere in the pipe 5x5. If I had to bet, I'd say new trailer and release date at GameAways. Well, unfortunately, yeah, there was no update from Hello Games on Light No Fire or No Man's Sky at Gamescom, as much as I gathered. So yeah. So that trailer, they showed that trailer about, gosh, it's been over a year and a half ago, and that's the only thing they've done as far as they've told us that they're still, of course, working on the game, but they're no news. I'd say new trailer and release date at the Game Awards. That's what I said about the last Game Awards, because last December was, the Game Awards, and it had been a year since we got that trailer. So this December, that trailer will be 2 years old, and it's, that's not uncommon. A big ambitious game, taking a few years to be created and hopefully released. Yeah, could be worse. They could take like 12 years and still be an alpha. Not that I know anything about that. Come on, Cap. We all know when Sean told you were Light No Fire drop spill it. Yeah, they were willing to tell me about the thing with Light No Fire, about that. And then eventually you'll be able to, and then when you saw the characters, you'll be able to. So, yeah, so I probably shouldn't say all that live on stream, but I don't know, do we have any lip readers in chat? That's Hello Games muting my stream, bleeping out my channel, so I can't spill the beans. No, I don't know anything. I don't know nothing about nothing. All right, well, this place is dust-choked winds, resources fair. Sentinels require orthodoxy, so they're a little on the rough side. But, yeah. All right, yeah, I think we're gonna go to our starter planet to make a base. Wait, what the hell is that thing? Oh, wait, is that one of those giant bugs? Oh, wait, this planet has giant bugs. Ah. Yeah, that was something they added maybe a few expansions ago. Big bugs. Big bugs. I still like the theory that it's really just a spin-off of No Man's Sky, like that part in the end of the trailer where is a sim we get to go in that's Light No Fire, but it's a part of the No Man's Sky universe. Why it shows the world in a giant red orb that looks kind of like the Atlas. Yeah, it could be just a design motif that they like, or it could be that, yeah, Light No Fire takes place on one planet, just one planet, in the No Man's Sky universe. Wouldn't that be fun? By the way, if you ever see these blue plants, it will give you free jetpack fuel for a few seconds. So you can, use your jetpack as much as you want once you find those blue flowers. Just make sure you're not super high. Yeah, there it is. Oh, look at that guy. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Now, I can tame that guy. Hold on. Let's see. Where's my pet ledger? Creatures, companions. I've got 2 companion slots. I want that bug. Oh, gosh. We have 2 of them. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take that. It's like a giant pustule-covered ant. So I need to make some food. Let's make some bug chow. Let's do this. All right, let's see. We're gonna make some carbon. Oh, I don't have the recipe for it yet. Oh no! I can make hermetic seals. That's right. I don't have the recipe for like carbon pellets yet. Yeah, there's no way to tame creatures if you don't have food on you. At least not that I'm aware of. Damn. Yeah, welcome to Space Nevada. It looks like Nevada in here. Imagine if you could find the planet No Man's Sky. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Imagine if they made it where you could transfer from No Man's Sky directly into Light No Fire by landing on that planet. Just load, loads the other game. Wouldn't that be fun? I keep forgetting I'm supposed to keep that rusted metal. Alright, got a microprocessor. Yeah, projectile ammunition. Well, yeah, maybe I will make a base on this planet. I claim this planet in the name of Stinky Diaper. Can I pet that bug? Can I pet that bug? Yeah, so once I learn how to make carbon pellets, see it says offer food. You can feed creatures in this game, and then you have what's called the companion register, if I'm not mistaken. And that is where you can, start keeping pets. Yeah, there you can have, you can also genetically manipulate them to make them small or big. You used to be able to make them as big as a house, but they took that out of the game. WTF is that creature? Ah, it's a space bug. Hold on, let's scan it. Ow. Okay, so that is a U. ambisicica. So yeah, I made $3,000 for scanning that creature, but yeah, again, you can tame them and make it a pet. I believe there are some creatures that are not tameable, but most of them are, I think. I'm pretty sure most of them are tameable. All right, well, this rocky... Hey, look, it's Mars. Once we start trying to terraform Mars, it might start to look like this. Yeah, first stop is the Artemis program on the moon, and then next stop is Mars, putting people on Mars. Can you rename it, Edgar? Yes, you can name your pets in this game. So if I actually had the carbon pellets recipe, I could name it. Yeah, like this weird tusked anteater type thing. You collect it as a pet, and then you can name it. The hitbox range on those things is crazy. There we go, just getting a little... Yeah, if you're ever running low on oxygen, just remember the plants that are trying to kill you can technically also help you. Wahoo! Let's see. Oh yeah, I was about to say, if this is a cavern system, I might be able to make a base underground. Yeah, here we go. Let's do this. Charge my life support.
Recharge.
Let's do this. Yeah. So again, my firm advice to you is that if you want to build a base underground, don't clear out your own hole. Don't try to make your own hole, because eventually over time it will fill itself in, and then next thing you know, the base you spent 3 hours building underground will get filled in with dirt, and it's very obnoxious. But if you find a nice little outdoor place like this, or a natural place like this, you can build a cavern. Is this a new start? Yeah, Texas Gorilla. This is a sponsored stream for Hello Games. They asked me to show players the new player experience. So that's what I'm trying to do, sort of. No Man's Sky's due for an update any minute at this point. Yeah, Mr. P to win. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about a lot, because Sean Murray, when he starts posting a lot of random emojis, that means we're about to get a new update. All right. Let's see, let me scan this thing. Oh, that's right. Hazardous flora can't be scanned. I don't know if you used to be able to do that, but you can't. Alright, so, mining beam low, recharge, sure I can do that. Alright, let's see, multi-tool, mining beam. Let's take a little bit of regular carbon.
Technology recharge.
Okay, so yeah, let's do this. What's nice about building a base, at least even when you're starting out underground, is that you don't have to worry about the inclement weather of a planet. It could be the most disgusting radioactive slop you've ever experienced in your life, but if you're inside a cave, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Hey, there we go. I just got my first in-game achievement, sort of. Yeah, marrow bulb. That's I can't remember if these are actually expensive or not. Marrow bulb. Let's see. Marrow bulb. Yeah, it's not really worth much. But these larval cores are worth quite a bit. So yeah, let's do this. I have to build a base computer, so I'm gonna build a base computer in this little underground cave, not too far from the entrance. Think of it as like a hobbit hole, sort of. I think it's in cobalt as well. It's better to build a suborbital base, better views. Yeah. Well, as a new player, that might be a little difficult unless you really know what you're doing, right? So. Sean keeps dropping waves on Twitter, so you know something's coming. Yeah, exactly. Your hole will get buried. Yeah, it's one of the things. You build this cool underground base, and eventually all the dirt and stuff comes back, especially if you play in multiplayer. So yeah, so if you're gonna build an underground base, you kind of want to find a pre-existing opening. And this is not, by far, not the biggest cavern size you can get. There are really massive caverns sometimes. You could build a whole base in there. Danosaurus, I did, but just for some promo that we're doing for Hello Games. Yog says, I'm betting that the update will be a light no fire update. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what it'd be nice if they did both. Spooky G, no. Yeah, and again, type in !! No Man's Sky if you think you're interested in playing this game. It's only 24 bucks on Steam, probably 24 on, you know, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch as well. It is a lot of game for not a lot of bucks. Yeah, skip to Happy Meals at McDonald's and it pays for itself. Texas Gorilla, thank you for the 10 months. All right, let's do this. I need to build a base computer. Oh man, oh no. Gosh, I spent all my chromatic metal. Building a bolt caster for my multi-tool. So now I'm 7 short. So now I have to go above ground. We have to find something that will convert into chromatic metal like copper. So, yeah. What are the chances that the big announcement is a light no fire release date? As someone who has not just been a gamer for a long time, but kind of operated in the gaming industry for a while, for various reasons, I will tell you this: if they were going to make that big announcement, they would make that announcement at Summer Game Fest, the Game Awards, or the recently transpired Gamescom. Because they know there's lots of eyes on video games, the video game industry at that time. I mean, they could just release it whenever, but Gamescom literally just took place. So if they were going to announce it, announcing it right after Gamescom would be weird. Because, Hello Games, if they know that Gamescom has hundreds of thousands of viewers, live on Twitch or on YouTube, or, tens of thousands of people that will show up at the actual convention, for them to be like, let's just announce it now after Gamescom, that would be very weird in a business sense. Of course, Sean is Sean, so, he might surprise all of us. Kind of stuck in this cavern here. All right, there we go. Alright, so let's do this. I gotta find some metal or some... Yeah, here we go, some copper right there. Let's see if I can find a closer deposit. What is that? So that's 793, that one's 752. Let's see if we can find something a little closer. I'm just using my scanner. There's pyrite, but I don't think pyrite turns into chromatic metal if you refine it.
Good. Ready, man. Check it out. I am the ultimate
Magnetized ferrite.
Badass
Pyrites, lots of pyrite on this planet. Hey, there's an unknown building. Hey, let's go check that out real quick. I don't want to get distracted, but it's pretty close. It could be a vendor. Let's see, copper deposit. Oh, there we go. There's one that's only 645. So let's do this. You can, if you have a scanner, you can mark a location. Boop, with a temporary marker here. So this will basically kind of quote-unquote save your spot. To remove it, you just hold down E or the button on the controller. But yeah, if you're like, hey, I definitely want to come back here, just boop, put a little temporary marker right there. And yeah, that will help you. So we go check out the building first, then we're gonna go get some copper, and then we're gonna come back here and start building a little mini base. Doesn't Cobalt refine a chromatic? What the hell was that? Oh yeah, worms. This place is covered in flying worms and bugs that are the size of a Buick. Cobalt. I don't know if I have any cobalt. I know there's a lot of cobalt underground, but I mean, copper is plentiful, so I might as well just go get that copper. Yeah, see? Yeah, copper. Yeah. No, it has to be a metal derivative. Yeah, that's what I thought. I know. God, what does cobalt refine into? I don't think there's activated cobalt, is there? No, now more No Man's Sky players will be watching for an update. Yeah, why do you think why do you think Hello Games maybe picked this week to have streamers like myself, do a little No Man's Sky? Oh, is it ionized cobalt? Thank you. Yeah, like I said, there's just tons and tons of stuff in this game to learn. They have, like I said, a catalog and guide to help you, with all these things. Oh yeah, here it is right here. So cobalt turns into ionized cobalt, and then yeah, there's a whole bunch of all these different recipes and things. There are a couple that I haven't found yet. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong there, but yeah, this is the catalog and guide. Think of it as like the wiki, the in-game wiki of No Man's Sky. There we go. Like I said, if I could find some more of those blue plants, you get free, well, you basically get free jetpack fuel for a few seconds, like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. The giant bugs are not aggressive? No, yeah, sometimes they can be, but on this planet. And now this is, see, look at this. This is kind of cool. So this is a herd of creatures. Yeah, we can analyze them, get some free cash. Yeah, and sometimes when they have expeditions, you're like, yeah, you have to take a photo of 10 creatures at once. So finding a herd like this, if you have carbon pellets, makes it a little easier. That's the fun, really, like I said yesterday, my favorite part of No Man's Sky is the concept that, yeah, there's just a lot of weird stuff to find in this game, which could be, especially the planets, you know, just going to some new random planet. Oh, shit. Okay, alright, so I guess it's not aggressive. I'm so used to seeing these as part of waves of sentinels. That's strange. Usually when you see these, it's because you're on wave 3 of Sentinel attack. Or is it wave 2? Might be wave 3. Yeah, robot dog. I have one of these as a pet on my main save. Did you share the tip that if you don't scan identify an item before harvesting it, you don't get the second potential element? Yeah, I talked about that a little more yesterday. But yeah, so scanning things in this game is good. It's good and it's beneficial to you to scan stuff. Also, what to look for if setting up a farm to farm the ingredients off them. True. True. I haven't done a lot of farming or factory stuff in this game, but there is some factory setup stuff that you can do in this game for getting materials. Alrighty, so let's do this. Alright, so we got some projectile ammunition. Here we go. This is a this is where you can land your starship. If you land a starship next to one of these, when you take off, it doesn't cost you any launch fuel. Anytime you can find a parking spot that's like the glowing blue rings, make sure you land in that. It'll save you launch fuel because it doesn't charge you launch fuel to take off from a parking spot. But all right, here we go. Let's get the gun out. Oops, wrong button. I guess we're gonna go in this unknown building and hope we don't die in the process. So I'm just tweaking some stuff. While pulling clips, I found your game stats amusing. This is your second most streamed game, Captain Leo. It is. Oh yeah, Captain Leo. Thank you for perusing. Like you said, I've been doing it, even if it's like a 1-minute video or something. I don't know, but yeah, that would be very awesome. Yeah, this is my second most streamed game, and I think my third most streamed category. Okay, so shooting the door, like trying to shoot your way into a building, will usually summon the sentinels. So we're about to deal with them here in a second. And if you're wondering why I'm walking back and forth, it's because those robo-dogs have a laser beam that hurts. So we're gonna break in. Okay, so it says Sentinels searching. The Sentinels are a robotic police force of sorts. If you've never played this game before, they are fairly ubiquitous, except on certain planets you will not find them. Yeah, see that laser beam? That's why I was kind of like going back and forth because those laser beams hurt. Extracting some nanites. Right, here we go. 3 seconds, and they should get called off. Sentinel force deactivated. Okay. So now. They are not terribly clever, but they are effective in large numbers at killing people. Did you also know you need to stream 4.5 times more to catch up to number 1? You really drank the Kool-Aid on that one. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, so that's the thing is that the stats on Twitch Tracker don't lie, right? So, yep. Something tells me that's gonna be, unless No Man's Sky is around for 20 years, but yeah, it's gonna take me a while to surpass the number 1 game. Okay. Like a RoboCop. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, these guys, and there is a story, there is some lore as to why they are here, but I am not going to spoil that. That's part of, you know, learning the game and playing the game, the lore of it all. But if you decide to pick a fight with the Sentinels, there are 5 waves. And if you can defeat all 5 waves, the Sentinels will deactivate temporarily, and then it'll show you the location of what's called a Sentinel Pillar, which is kind of like, I guess, like a big, I don't know, like an industrial radar array that, I guess, controls the Sentinels. And if you shut that down, it shuts down all the Sentinels on a planet for, I think, what is it, like 24 hours or something like that? Kool-Aid was good though. Yeah, it was a lot of fun drinking that Kool-Aid, but finally I just kind of had my fill and decided to switch to hot chocolate or Gatorade, something along those lines. The way we do these doors is with a tool with a blaze javelin. Really? You can take those doors out from a distance and they just look for you but can't find you. Really? I've never thought to try that before. Okay, so yeah, don't forget plants usually have free carbon in them as long as you have like the option to interact with them. These don't, so unfortunately I can't. Check stock transfer. There we go. So that was someone's bank account. I stole 1,600 credits from their bank account. And I might not be able to open this if I don't have an Atlas Pass. Yeah, Atlas Pass V2 required. That's something that you can get through playing the game or obtaining it through a space station called the Anomaly. Okay, here we go. Who is pulling the Sentinels off? Well, like I said, for whatever reason, Hello Games made it where all you have to do is hide inside of a building and Sentinels lose their lock on you. Also, if you have a terrain manipulator, you can simply dig a hole, a nice deep hole, and you can deactivate them that way. You can also outrun them. They're not particularly fast, so you can outrun them. But like I said, if you let yourself get swarmed by them, they will kill you very quickly. Unless you've beefed up shields and can kill them faster than they can kill you. On my main save, I can do all 5 waves solo. If I tried to do all 5 waves solo right now, it would either A, take me a very long time, or B, I would die. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna basically hack our way into the system here. So let's do this. An automatic process has scrambled the output of the terminal. I can make out a few words, but the rest is lost in static. Those are some weird words. Aichi, Troitsianyar, and Solnoichi. They could lead me to the Overseer's workflow, bringing the facility back online. Okay, so our options are gas, shield, exosuit, or leave. I don't know if we have enough information to solve this riddle. A lot of these bases have terminals that are kind of like puzzle protected, if you will. Huh. But I don't know if that gave us enough information. Now, see, if I had a translator, well, maybe. So you can get a translator and learn words from, Gek, Vy'keen, Korvax, and Atlas, I think. I don't know if you can still learn the Atlas language in the game. So, I'd bet on die, yeah. So, let's see. I don't know. Gas, shield, exosuit. Hey, Digistan, welcome. Yeah, exactly, yeah. This game is only 24 bucks on Steam at the moment. Alright, so let's try gas and see if this works. Okay, alright. The electronic overseer's workflow is restored. The system comes back online. Okay, cool. Hey, I learned how to make hazmat gauntlets. Ooh, so those actually come in handy because there's certain materials that you can't get in this game unless you have the hazmat gauntlets. So it looks like I need some more chromatic metal, which I need anyways, and more sodium nitrate, which won't be hard to find. Zwei. Nicht zwei. Es eins. I don't know if that's proper German grammar, but it is what it is. I speak 2 languages, German and terrible English. Or, bad English and even worse German. Okay, so let's do this. Alright, so now we are going to go back to our marker that we placed, which is right over there, that temporary marker. One of the things I hate doing is I put down a temporary marker, and then I'll forget, and I'll use it somewhere else, and I'm like, damn it! I forgot to go back to the original place. So here, as a demonstration of what these guys do, is they're here to protect the natural state of just about everything. So, see? Oh, hands up, hands up. I'm sorry. Yeah, they don't want you messing with things. In a way, they're annoying, but they do try to keep things nice and natural. I guess their goal or their programming is to protect worlds, if you will, from outside interference. But yeah, they don't like it when you start breaking stuff or upsetting the natural state of things. Let's see, 5 languages: Gek, Vy'keen, Korvax, Atlas, and Atlantid. Is Atlantid its own language? Is that a language you can learn? Like I said, I've been playing this game for 9 years, and I always say this every time I stream No Man's Sky. I have a lot of information to, you know, provide while streaming, but I learn something new about No Man's Sky pretty much every single stream. It could be something brand new, it could be something that I've forgotten, but I'll always say, playing this game, it's like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Here we go, so we'll run back over here. I want to get some backpack upgrades. On my main save, I think I can fly for about 30 seconds instead of 3 seconds without running out of fuel. They are the antibodies of the world. Yeah, they're like the white blood cells of most planets. Again, our paradise planet, our community planet, doesn't have any sentinels. So yeah, screw those guys. I mean, I don't like sentinels personally. All right, let's see. Let's go to the terrain manipulator. Again, just as a gentle reminder, if you didn't know, you can actually raise or increase or decrease the size of your terrain manipulator beam. Every time I stream this game, I always find people that are like, "You can do what now?" Yeah, you can actually change the size of your manipulator beam. All right, so we're back to the crevasse. Let's do this. We're gonna look around. There should be, yeah, copper deposit is 672, so we're gonna go over there. Ships flying by. And let's go get ourselves some more copper to turn into chromatic metal. Hopefully I don't die in the process. Have you played since the Settlements update? Other than playing that content, I have not. This is my first time, I think, since the last update. And, you know, to be fair, I mean, I have, quote-unquote, beaten the game, and it took me 6 years to do that. So it's a true story. It took me 6 years to do that. Because there's just so much to do in this game, I would always get distracted. And it was always like, every stream, I would just make a little bit of progress, a little bit of progress, a little bit of progress. And then, finally, yeah, I finally ended up, quote-unquote, beating the game. Look, nobody spoil the ending of this game. Nobody. There's people in chat that are probably thinking about playing the game. But anyways, so given the fact that I have played through the game, you know, I've kind of done all the story stuff. I usually jump back in for expansions, expeditions, special events, Twitch drops, or sponsored streams like today's stream. And yeah, so it's. I mean, you know, almost 900 hours later, you know, I'm confident that I've gotten a lot out of it, but there's still a lot more to play. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't really done. Like, I haven't really built big bases. I haven't done a lot of the cooking gameplay, if you think you might be into cooking gameplay. There are in-game achievements that you can get. Let's see, cataloging guide. Yeah, there's all sorts of standings and achievements and milestones and stuff that you can get. On your either on your account or on your character. So I haven't say like 100% of the game, but yeah, I've played through the main story, which took me quite a long time. Yeah, exactly. If you reduce the size of the terrain manipulator, you can. Oh, there it is. You'll get a higher yield if you have a small size. Basically, more stuff, slower pace. Medium size is, you know, about medium on both. Large is very quick mining, but reduced yield. So, he's been on Twitter. You think we're getting an update soon? Yeah, absolutely. Anytime Sean Murray does this, that means within either at most a week, week and a half, or usually just a couple days. Could be tomorrow. That means we are getting an update. So, Redworm, no, it's just so Redworm, earlier today I told people that I wanted to play more of that game, but Gears of War, what was it? Gears of War Reloaded came out today, and so I put it to a vote, and because chat is chat, it was literally a 50-50 vote. So there were a few people who asked, they were like, look, man, look, you play a lot of space games. Play Gears of War because they wanted to see it. It's like, all right. So we did some Gears of War, but no, I am still much interested in playing the other space game that I will not name right now because we're doing a sponsored segment for this space game.
I am the ultimate badass. State of the badass art.
Let's just try to be in good taste here. But yeah, it's just, again, this is the end of August, and we're leading into September, which is always one of the biggest game release months of the year. It's like this every year. There's probably literally at least a half dozen games that are on my 2 playlist that come out next month. And then, tomorrow we might be getting the new No Man's Sky update tomorrow. So, It's a it is that time of year where the game industry says, let's all release stuff all at the same time. And yeah, I think on September 4th, there's like 4 other games that are either launching or have DLCs that I actually want to play. So, but first and foremost, I want to play this game the most, and you should too, because it's on sale now. Type in !NMS. Yeah, there's fishing. Yeah, there's fishing in the game. There's fishing achievements that I still want. There's decorative head pieces that I still haven't picked up yet. Let's see. So is this just the copper deposit? Well, let's see. What do we got here? Wait, what do we have right there? Salvage container. All right, we'll do that in just a sec. Okay, here we go. Terrain manipulator. We're gonna go to highest yield on this, so smallest beam. Oh man, crap sandwiches. Oh, here we go. Corvex casing. Man, I kind of want to sell that. Okay, so let's do this. Here's my ship. Alright, so we're gonna summon my ship. There we go. And every time you summon your ship, it uses up 25% of your launch fuel, or depending on what your loadout is. I think default is 25% of your launch fuel. Hey Richard, if you're looking for anyone to play some Borderlands 4 with, let me know. All right, I always give priority to the mod squad because these are the folks that made sure that was a thing. But yeah, if we you know, it's a kind of a hop in, hop out game. So if we have any gaps in our group, I guess you could say, I will let you know. I call dibs on Rafa. So that's right out the gate. I call dibs on Rafa because that class is probably the most similar to the classes that I like to play, like Roland, Axtend, Mose, and I forget the class that I played in the pre-sequel, which I don't know. I didn't finish that one. so yeah. All right. The bot should include crossplay and saves, but just me. When you say the bot, what do you mean? All right. Yeah. Let me transfer some stuff from my exosuit to my ship. Quick transfer. Yeah, just make it a little bit of room here. I got a bunch of stuff that I either want to sell or refine to make some quick cash. Hermetic seals. Salvage data. Yeah, now Corvex casings are used. So you'll basically, each race has, I think, 2 objects that they want for various reasons, and you can gain reputation with those factions if you give them gifts of stuff that they want. So hanging on to that can be, you know, kind of useful. But Corvex casings, I don't know. I usually just sell them. I maxed out my rep with Corvex on my main save, hence kind of being like, yeah, I kind of don't need to worry about that anymore. All right, there we go. We made some more room, so let's see. Is this copper? Copper deposit, yeah. So it should be... That's weird. Yeah, where's the... Okay, so this is a very small... It's weird. Normally you don't see them like this. This basically just has little pockets of copper in it instead of like being in like a massive deposit. So yeah, we're gonna have to look for a better deposit because I'm not getting the copper that I want. Yeah, I got 6. I need like 600. Makes sense once Human has an update to its current visual wheel scenario, either tomorrow or Thursday. Makes sense No Man's Sky would also. Yeah, man, it's just for whatever reason the entire game industry chooses like late August to early to mid-September to release a lot of stuff. And my theory is because they know that a lot of kids and college students are going back to school, and that means that, yeah, they have a more set schedule. So that means it's like, yeah, go to school, come home, buy our video game, play our video game. You know, and there's millions of kids that do that have that schedule every single day. And you know adults as well, but that's kind of a year-round thing. But just right around now is where a lot of kids start going back to school, right? So they have a set schedule. And they're like, "Mom, I need No Man's Sky." It's like, "Yeah, just use my credit card." Or whatever. You know, that's my suspicion, or my thesis, so to speak. Alrighty. Cap, have you thought about checking out Water Park Simulator? I'm a bit picky when it comes to simulator games. Because I don't know, like a lot of simulator games, it's like, hey, here's a job that people do in real life that you can do in a video game. You know what I mean? Let's be real here. A lot of those, like, you know, Power Wash Simulator, or you know, a Dookie Cleanup Simulator, or, you know, like Car Explosion Simulator. Although I like the car ones. You know how that goes. It's just a lot of them are kind of like, well, it's kind of like having a job. But I tend to be, when I say picky, I mean that loosely. It's just I don't get interested in a lot of the job simulator games out there unless it's for specific things, like car mechanic simulator or used car salesman, because I'm into car stuff. There's a streamer by the name of Vanalis. Some of you may know him. He just announced, I think yesterday or the day before, that him and some friends are creating Game Shop Simulator. So it'll be a simulator for what it's like running a game store. Those of you who know Burke Black might not know that before he was a streamer, he ran his own friendly local gaming store. And you know, he talks about that from time to time on stream. Things unfortunately didn't work out, so because of that, that's what got him into streaming, and now he's a very prolific streamer, does very well on Twitch. So interesting. Yeah, he was trying to run his own game shop, and you know, unfortunately, running a business is tough, and things just didn't pan out. But he was able to make it work as a streamer by quite a large margin. So, yeah. But yeah, so simulator games, I tend to be a bit choosy with those, because it's like, hey, you know, veterinarian simulator. People who love pets and the concept of healing pets, like, ooh, I'm not a veterinarian in real life, but I can pretend to be one in a video game. It's like, yeah, you know, I mean, I might kind of like that one actually, but some people just won't be into it. Like, you know, like garbage pail liquor simulator. You know, it's like, yeah, gynecology simulator. There's a simulator game called Shark Dentist coming out soon, where you get to simulate being a shark dentist. I mean, it's really on the nose, right? I'm not kidding. That's an actual game that's coming out. It's called Shark Dentist, I think. Benisanto, hey Benny, welcome. It's going to be happening soon. Yeah, Sean Murray's done his whole emoji tweet thing that he normally does right before an update comes out. Okay, so let's see where I need to find an actual good copper deposit. So let's see. So there's the one I was just at, which was kind of a bust, to be honest. Copper deposit. Oh, here we go. Here's another one, and that one's a little closer. Stay away from those guys. Actually, let's do this. We're going to use this guy for my own needs. Shark Dentist trailer. Yeah, Estelgar, I can't show trailers for other games while we're doing a sponsored segment for a game. Yeah, it's just, it'd be kind of bad form and might run afoul of my contract. So, you know, I try to be transparent about those kind of things. I know some streamers like to hide all that stuff, but I tend to be pretty transparent. You know, my personality, pretty transparent in general. Yeah, exactly. I will actively promote a game called Showering with Your Dad Simulator. No, it's kind of one of those like joke games on Steam. There's a playtest for it right now. Well, there you go. Like I said, I'm not going to direct people that way because, look, Hello Games has been very generous to have me help promote their game again, so I want to do right by them. That's literally a game, Shower with Your Dad Simulator, or something like that. I think they made like 2 of those games. All right, here we go. Yeah, remember, you got to save a little bit of jetpack juice, so... Oh no! I didn't save enough juice. Otherwise, yeah, you do stuff like that and you injure yourself rather harshly. God, I can't wait till I can get some nanites and buy some backpack upgrades. Holy moly. Yeah, again, we're still doing early game. Speaking of simulator, it's like, yeah, how not to play a No Man's Sky simulator. All right, here we go. Let's get some copper up in here so I can make the chromatic metal that I need to do all the things. Yeah, that other deposit I went to, it was kind of a bust. Yes, all the copper. And again, I could change my mining beam size to be really big, but then it's low yield. It goes faster, but then you get a lot less. And I tend to try to be the patient type. Sometimes if I'm just clearing something because I want to get rid of it, then yeah, I just use the big terrain manipulator. But for materials, especially metals, I usually try to use the small beam to get more loot. Okay, multi stool. All right, ferrite dust.
Technology recharge.
Really? That was only a 40% charge? Hold on. I guess I used silicate.
Technology recharge.
Silly goose, used my ferrite when I didn't need to. I tried this on VR with the group, slapped a full glass of ginger ale while opening my cockpit, but has great VR setup. Yeah, you know, it's funny, as much as I played this game and I have a VR headset, Benny, and I've, you know, I used to live with Rag and he's all about the VR stuff. I've never actually played this game in VR. Never played this game or other space games in VR, which is silly because I play a lot of space games. Yeah, this one in particular does have fairly robust VR support. And again, you know, I was hanging out with a streamer named Hankin today, and he says, he's like, yeah, I only want to play this game in VR. So that's how much he likes it. I do like it. Do they always have the beam size thing? Yeah, it's been in the game for quite some time. Yeah, we can change sizes. So here's medium size. So you can see it goes faster, but then I get a lower yield. And then the biggest size, watch this. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, I mean, it obliterates this instantly, but you can see I'm getting very little copper. It's just a way, this is, I would suggest this is more for clearing as opposed to resource gathering. So yeah, that big beam, you know, it clears areas very quickly, but you get a minimal amount of quality materials out of it. So, he was on when I knocked it off. Oh, really? Oh, okay, gotcha. I love how you have to grab out each side to get the open hatch latches on each side, plus the internal cockpits are very nicely detailed. Yeah, that people said flying is one of the best parts of VR in this game because it makes you feel more like you're actually flying the ship. So one of these days I'll stop being a silly goose and actually try to do that. Alright, so I should have enough copper to make the chromatic metal that I need. So in the interest of saving jet fuel, ship fuel, I'm going to try to fly back manually to my ship. Okay. Yeah, I want to build my base computer today. So fingers crossed. Like I said, fingers crossed we'll get that update tomorrow. Which will be a shame, because like I said, I got a laundry list of things that I want to do, but yeah, I always give, I don't, as a variety streamer, I don't really say I have a main game anymore, but if I had a main game, it would be No Man's Sky. Again, it's my second most streamed game here on Twitch, and I don't actually play the game I used to play, that was kind of like my main game, so to speak. I don't play that game anymore, so yeah, this would be it. Alright, so, let's, still looking at that ship name and recoiling in horror. Alright, let's do this. Thermal refiner. Yoink.
Thermal protection falling.
Thermal protection falling. Alright, here we go. Let's put a little carbon in that bad boy.
Recharge.
It'd be cool if you could take Korvax casing and turn them into something, you know, like, I don't know, like dirt or something. Alright, let's see. Where is all my copper at? Okay, so we got a lot of copper. We're going to turn all of this into chromatic metals. So I'll get 203. That's a nice, good chunk. On my main game, I have like 20,000 chromatic metal, so I never run out. Amanda says, what game was that again? This game is called No Man's Sky, available now on Steam, Xbox. I think it's on GeForce Now, but you have to own it if you want to play it on GeForce Now. Yeah, Steam, Xbox, Mac, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, Atari, I don't know, cardboard box, all sorts of stuff. It's everywhere. Yeah, this game's been around for about 9 years now, so it's yeah, it's a dookie sim, right, Spooky G? What if there's a spooky sim? It's a spooky games. They did have one kind of spooky dookie update for this game. It was when they added the derelict freighters that are filled with sometimes they're filled with space bugs. That's actually one of the more fun things in my opinion to do are the derelict freighters. If we can get access to one tomorrow, we can try to do one tomorrow. Oh, that other game, Mandus? I don't know. Yeah, it's the name escapes me at the moment because it's we're doing No Man's Sky stuff. Yeah, it escapes me. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and pack this guy up so I don't leave it behind. Okay, so chromatic metal. I needed the chromatic metal for two different things, but I need to increase the DPS of my ship. All right, let's see. Let's go back to the crevasse so I can build a base computer. Again, I'm kind of technically in like the tutorial mode right now. Don't want to get gassed by the fart cannon here. Hold on. Yeah, you gotta stay away from the hazardous flora. Clunk. Just keep bashing my shins on the ground. Now it is time for me, Cap. Good night. Exciting to see what happens in No Man's Sky tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. Keep that in mind. There's no guarantee. that they're going to announce it tomorrow. Again, it's usually Wednesdays or Thursdays. I think one of the previous updates, they actually waited about a week and a half before they formally announced it. You know, Sean Murray, who's doing lots of emote meme stuff on his Twitter. But yeah, normally when he does that, it usually comes out within a few days. But yeah, there was one time where he let it go for almost like a week or two, or a week, not 2 weeks, but like a week and a half maybe. I think. I don't know. There have been like 40 updates for this game. You can get one free derelict beacon a week from the anomaly. Yeah, but I think there's some prerequisite, Estelgar, if I remember correctly. There's some prerequisite that you have to do before you can start getting the free ones. I forget. Yeah, Captain Leo, exactly. Exactly. All right, good night, Zubok. Thank you for hanging out. I do like this jetpack trail. Looks kind of cool. I like how, I don't know if you noticed, but the jets, you see how they come out of the backpack when I land or stop using it, they go back in? That's kind of a little visual thing I've always liked. You can get custom jetpack trails, you can get custom jetpacks. They have lots and lots of variety in this game, but you can't buy it. There's no way to buy the stuff that you want in this game. You have to earn it. Okay, so let's see. Where is the entrance? Okay. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It's over there. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to make my base in this underground cavern to get myself out of the inclement weather, which is just, kind of... Yeah, it's oh yeah, sorry, you can't see it because my camera's in the way. It's negative 73 degrees on this planet.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Yes, as you can see, once we get underground, due to, thermal vents, what have you, it goes up to 16.4 F, which is still below freezing. Oh, oops, wrong button. So, I should probably move my webcam. Okay, but yeah, let's do this. Let's build a base computer. Okay, and let's put that guy right up on the wall here. Let's rotate it. I can never remember which way the computer screen comes out. Let's try here. And I put it in backwards. Damn it! I literally put it in completely backwards. That's okay. Hold on, I could pick this up. We can try again here. I always do that. I always put that thing in backwards. It's not technically not actual backwards, but just visually it looks backwards. Okay. All right, let's see. There we go. That's a little better. All right. So what this is going to do is it's going to check the local area to see if any other bases are nearby. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims on the site, meaning no other players. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim site. We are going to claim this base. So yeah, it's a pretty wide area. Oh yeah, there's that building I was just at. Hey, you can see where my jet.
Base computer online.
Let's see. All right, here we go. So I can rename this base. So why don't we do this? All right, here we go. The computer's trying to talk to me here. And it says, what does it say? It says,
accessing logs from previous user. Entry 4925D follows.
Storm sweeping across, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans will need to back soon.
Okay, alrighty. So a little notation, a little message from the previous inhabitant, possibly this area. So yeah, I've learned how to make some stuff: timber angled door, timber wall, timber floor panel, flat timber roof, flora containment, all sorts of stuff. So let's see. Alright, so spaces provide shelter from harsh planetary conditions, unless you're in a cave like I am and you're already protected. Recharging your hazard protection as your base grows, it will grant access to many advanced technologies. Construct bases as shelter from harsh environments. Expand your base by earning new construction blueprints. Return to your base to store and process items as you explore. You can have a base on the ground, or you can turn your freighter into a mobile base, and that's kind of what I do in my main save. I don't really have a big personal base. I have a big settlement, and then I use my freighter as a mobile base. That's kind of like Space Battleship Yamato in a way, sort of. But yeah, all right, so let's see. Do I have the materials to build just a very quick building? All right, let's do this. We're going to switch to first-person view. It's a little easier to build in first-person view, in my opinion. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that there. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Free placement V. Enabled. Let's see, there should be linking. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to remember how to do that. Like I said, I'm honestly not a prolific builder in No Man's Sky. I just know the basics. But I think there's supposed to be a way to get these stuff to connect to each other. You know, kind of like a snapping thing, if you will. I'm trying to remember how to activate that. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be a snapping thing. Do we have any more prolific builders in the game? I'm trying to, yeah, because I'm trying to remember. Is it V to? Because that's free placement. Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's doing free placement now, but when I turn free placement off, it's a snap placement enabled, but it's not snapping for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, hold on. Let me get out of build mode. Try this again. Could be that maybe it's sunk into the ground too much. They have raised platforms that you can also do in No Man's Sky. Yeah, it's V. That's why I thought it was kind of weird. It should be snapping, because right now you can see toggle free placement is off. This is with it on, enabled, so that's free placement. But then I turn it off. It's supposed to be snapping. So I wonder what I'm doing wrong here. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I wonder why it's not snapping. Yeah, I might have to like raise this up eventually. Go, Richard Ranger, or smelly, weird, bearded ranger, something along those lines. All right, I guess we'll skip that for now. Let's go ahead and build a wall. Let's see. Yeah, I think some walls have an external side, don't they, and an internal side? I'm trying to remember all the basics of building. See, this snapping is working. I wonder why I couldn't get the baseboards to work. Okay.
Incoming storm.
Alright, so let's build a roof. Let's build a rounded timber roof. Oh, I need ferrite dust, and I spent all my ferrite dust. Let's see, can I do a flat timber roof? No, I like the rounded timber roof. This is basically going to be my outhouse. Let's see, that's cobalt. The problem is there's a big storm about to come in. Let's see if I can get some ferrite real quick before the storm comes in. Oh, crap. Oops, wrong button. So I'm kind of fumbling my boots here.
Technology recharge.
And one of the things that's nice about the game is if you, is that if you don't have enough jetpack fuel to get out of a cave like this, what they do is, you see how it's not using jetpack fuel going up the wall? They do that to make sure players don't get stuck. Well, normally anyways, but gosh, yes, the weather's terrible right now. I wonder if there's anything in here that I can use to turn in or get ferrite. Do I have my refiner on me? I have pure ferrite. But I think pure ferrite turns into magnetized ferrite, which then turns back into regular ferrite, I think. I think it's too low. Yeah, it could be the snapping system. So you can raise foundations in this game. You can also use your terrain manipulator to raise the dirt and all sorts of stuff. So that's cobalt. That's cave marrow. So yeah, I have to go maybe a little deeper in the cave, see if I can find something useful. I'll get rid of this hazardous flora, get some free oxygen. Remember marrow bulbs refined to sodium? Yeah, there's all sorts of fun recipes in the game. Right now, yeah, see, these caverns can get kind of big. Let's see here. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. There we go. Nice. So I'm going to get ferrite and dihydrogen out of this, which is exactly what I needed. There it goes. 22 ferrite dust, 1 dihydrogen. We get a little extra here. Let's see. It says that one's unidentified. Yeah, like I said, you get bonus materials. Like, yeah, now it's ferrite and oxygen out of this style, or this one. Unidentified plant is carbon. Yeah, and then sometimes you don't get a bonus material, you just get what you get out of it. Weather update. Storm clearing. So another thing that you can do is if you scan all the wildlife on a planet, you can actually get bonus nanites. So you see how there's fauna 2 out of 8 discovered. So if I discover all of the creatures on this planet, you know, find them, we'll get 2,000 nanites, and that's kind of a lot of nanites for a new player. So again, if you have the time and you have the willingness, there are a lot of things that will give you what you need. You just have to put in the time to get them. Again, this isn't really a super grindy game in my opinion. What little grind there is doesn't feel like grind. It just feels like, you know, it's just a space adventure that you're on, if that makes sense. So let's see. Okay, so I need to build the roof. Alright, here we go. We're gonna go with a rounded roof. There we go. Blorp. And now we have to build a door. Oh yeah, extruded timber wall B. Okay. Blorp. Okay, and now let's see. I should
Base
have.
computer online.
Okay, cool. So now I have someplace to call home. I'll put a cot there, I'll put a bucket to poop in there, and I'll put a picture of Henkin on my wall there. And then another wall would be Henkin's feet. Let's talk to the base computer. Yoink.
Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry 4925 Echo follows.
Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage data from nearby plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning search.
Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. This is my internal dialogue sound. Or my internal dialogue voice. Only Hanks, that's right. Okay, so there is that. Yeah. Okay, so I learned how to make a construction research unit, and this thing will basically help you learn building materials and stuff over time. Requires magnetized ferrite, which I can make. Ferrite turns into pure ferrite turns into magnetized ferrite, and magnetized ferrite I think turns back into regular ferrite. I think it's like cyclical, I believe. And then carbon nanotubes are super easy to make. So, exosuit guidance alerts. Earn new blueprints from a construction research unit. Expand your base with advanced technology and large structures. Expand your base by earning new construction blueprints. Dig up buried technology to earn new blueprints. Power your base to enable advanced technology. And use teleporters to instantly return to your base during your travels. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that will be the next phase of the tutorial, but chat, I think this is where we're going to pause for today, kind of another brief interlude into No Man's Sky land. So let's go ahead and do the following. I like when you turn the camera around, your light's still pointed in the direction your character's actually facing normally, or your camera-wise, I guess you could say. So let's do this. Bam. So chat, we have to say goodbye for today, but only for today. Tomorrow we'll be jumping back in more No Man's Sky because I want to be able to get my warp drive and get to the anomaly. So yeah. Yo, says Henkin is streaming now? Yeah, we'll probably go say hello to Henkin. I think he said he's doing some Helldivers 2 today. All right, well, yeah, this segment was brought to you by Hello Games. Be sure to check out No Man's Sky right now on the platform of your choice. It is on sale. On Steam, as an example, it's only $24, and that is a lot of game for just $24. So, hey, none. Hey, have a good night, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. So, all right, well, the plan for tomorrow is going to be keeping our eyes peeled to see if Sean Murray and Hello Games does announce the next update for No Man's Sky. And, yeah, like I said, we will, regardless, we'll be doing some No Man's Sky tomorrow. But if a new expansion or expedition does get announced tomorrow and it is live, then, yeah, we'll probably just cover that for the whole day. But we'll play it by ear. And, again, there are other games that I was playing today, playing yesterday. I would like to continue those, but sadly, I haven't figured out how to stream 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 4 weeks a month, 12 months a year, 1,000 months every decade, or 10,000 billions, or something like that. Oh, gosh, I kept waking up last night because I kept having weird dreams. And at one point, I dreamt that I had a very friendly squirrel. It wasn't a pet squirrel, but a very friendly squirrel that every time I left the house, it would like trying to climb up my leg and sit on my shoulder because it wanted peanuts. Because I usually keep a bag of peanuts by my front door to feed the squirrels And so yeah, I just had a dream that I had a squirrel that just basically was hanging out. You ever watch those videos on YouTube of people who have pet squirrels? They let them run around the house, or they bring them along on a leash, or let them sit on their shoulder and just kind of hang out. I'd love to have a pet squirrel, but they are wild animals, and that means they have wild animal instincts. So even if you hand rear a squirrel from birth, they're still going to want to do things like chew on everything and just spaz out all over the place, and they are very, very hyper. Yeah. Anybody want a peanut? Yes. My squirrel buddy. I'll name the squirrel out front. I've been feeding recently. There's one little guy. He's probably a younger squirrel. I'll name that one Andre, just for you, T-Jax. Okay. Well, again, thank you, Hello Games. Appreciate the, like I said, the sponsor stream. So we will play it by ear for tomorrow, but either way, we'll be streaming No Man's Sky. Might do a little extra time in No Man's Sky tomorrow. Okay. So with that, thank you to our subscribers for today. We hit our sub goals, so thank you for that. Benny, thank you for coming to hang out as well. Benny is a wonderful builder in video games like this. He's way more talented than I am in the building arena. Yeah, thank you, Spooky. Thank you, Gatos, for hanging out on the YouTube side as well. So let's do this. Let me log out of the game, and then let's go find someone to raid. I appreciate all the follows and things as well, people hanging out. Upload to save now, and yeah, they have new cross saves. So yeah, we'll have to see. We will have to see if we get surprised tomorrow. It might be Thursday, it might be Friday, it might be next week, but it might be tomorrow too. So gotta keep our eyes peeled. All right, let's see. Just like a Gek bartender might say, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay in here. And yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I think we're gonna go raid Henkin for today. Henkin is streaming some Helldivers 2 at the moment. So if you like explosive bug action, I think he's like, they play at the top tier. I never got to the top tier, like level, I don't know, 13 or whatever it is now. The highest I ever got was like, I think level 8. I never actually got to Helldiver difficulty. Now I think they have 1 or 2 levels above Helldiver difficulty. Yeah, I've never even seen the Mechanicus Titan, or the walking factory tank things, and I logged in, but I didn't do any battles when they were on Earth, and I feel like I missed out a little bit. So the Battle of Earth, yeah, I missed out on that one. I didn't do my part. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, I was actually hanging out with Henkin earlier today. Him and I went to my favorite taco place, and I showed him the glory that is Torchy's Tacos. I'm wearing their shirt right now, and yeah, it was good stuff. I posted some pictures earlier. Feel free to check those out on my VOD or on Twitter. Also, shout out to all of you who've been watching on YouTube. Getting closer and closer to becoming a YouTube partner again, so that's very awesome. I was a YouTube partner many years ago, but then I didn't really do anything on YouTube for a long time, so they rescinded my partnership, and now I have to re-earn it. And I guess that's fair. So, all right. So, to all of you, please do have a wonderful morning, noon, or night. Many suits to you all. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern, 8 p.m. Universal Time, 10 p.m. Central European Time for more No Man's Sky, and then maybe a lot more No Man's Sky, depending how things go. All right, have fun. Take care. Hang out with Henkin as he blows up bugs, machines, and alien weirdos, and hopefully he doesn't die. Good stuff. Good night, everybody. It almost sounds like No Man's Sky music. Nice.